Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Today we're going to do two problems. We're going to do one adding fractions with unlike denominators, one subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. I will once again use my team shake app. Sponsor me, I need millions.
What?
I will use my team shake app to call on people. After we're done doing these two problems, then you'll have 8 to do on your own as an assignment.
Yeah.
You'll have 8 to do on your own as an assignment. So please pay close attention. We have the problem 2/5 plus 3/7. And we ask Jaden.
Yeah.
Jaden, can we add these the way they're written?
No.
Why not?
Because their denominators are not the same.
The denominators are not the same. So I need to find the least common denominator of 5 and 7. And what do you think that is, Jaden?
35.
35. Let's check. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35 is what he says. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Boom! Shakalaka! There it is. So he's got us a common denominator of 35. So when you do these on your own here in a few minutes, you'll be reminded how you find the least common denominator. Next person using my Team Shake app, if you want to sponsor me, that'd be great. I need millions. Nasir is there you are, Nasir. How do I get from 2/5 to something over 35 without changing the value, Nasir?
Multiply.
What am I going to multiply by?
7.
7, because 5 times 7 gives me 35. Whatever I do to the denominator, I must do to the numerator. So what is my new numerator? 14. These two fractions have the same exact value. 2/5 is equal to 14/35. Just like 4 quarters is equal to $1. How do I know? Because I multiplied it by 1. Victoria, how do I change the fraction 3/7 to something over 35?
What did you say?
How do I change this to something over 35 without changing the value?
You multiply
By? I can look here. 7 times what is 35? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I multiply my denominator by 5, I must also multiply my numerator by 5. So Victoria, what is my numerator on this fraction?
15.
15. Because 3 times 5 equals 15. These two fractions are equivalent. 3/7 and 15/35. Yes, I'm talking fast, but yes, this is review. So that when I give you the 8 problems, I don't know what to do. Because you do know what to do, because I'm showing you what to do. For the 98th time. Next, Team Shake App, sponsor me if you'd like. Natalie! Natalie! Are you here today, Natalie? Oh, there you are. 14/35 plus 15/35 is? 29/35. 29/35. You only add or subtract the numerators. The denominators have to stay the same. That's why we need to make fractions with equivalent denominators. Boom, let's see. Molly! Molly! Are you here today, Molly?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are, Molly. Molly, can I simplify this fraction? Okay, how do you know? Molly is going to help me find the greatest common factor for 29 and 35. So Molly, what are the factors of 29? 1 and 29. Is 2 a factor of 29? No, because it's not an even number. Is 3 a factor of 29? No, because the sum of the digits is 11, and 11 is not a multiple of 3. 4? No, that's 28. 5? No, because it doesn't end in a 5 or 0. 6, no. 7, no. 8, no. 9, no. It's a, what kind of number do you call this, Molly? Prime number. 29 is a prime number because it only has two factors, 1 and itself. 35. Let me call on somebody else, Molly. On my Team Shake app, sponsor me if you'd like. I want to be rich. Kayla. Factors of 35.
1, 5, 7.
5 and 7. Anything else?
Maybe.
You sure?
No.
See, teachers, let this be a lesson to you. Even if they get the answer right, if you say, "You sure?" they'll change it because they got to believe in themselves. So you have to make them believe in themselves by asking that question. Because Kayla's right. Just a little lesson. I'm giving that one to you for free. All right. So then we look at, on my Team Shake app, Nick. Nick, what is the greatest common factor?
Greatest common factor.
That's what I said, is 1. If your greatest common factor equals 1, that fraction cannot, I repeat, cannot be simplified. It is already in lowest terms.
Then divide it by 1.
And you're going to end up with the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a quick addition. Let's look at a quick subtraction. 1/4 subtract 1/7. And we jump over to Ava. Ava, can I subtract those fractions as they're currently written? Why not, Ava? They do not have the same denominator. So, Ava, you have to help me here find the least common denominator for 4 and 7. And you know, if you have a multiplication chart, you can always look at that. Because you'll see all your multiples of 4, you'll see all your multiples of 7. Then you find the first one that shows up in both of those rows. No. 4 times 2 is?
56. 12. 16.
Okay, what are my multiples of 7, Ava?
7, 14, 21, 28.
Stop! I found 28 is the least common multiple. You think multiple, think of multiplication chart. That makes it easy.
Good job.
And how you would list a multiplication chart. So Ava tells me I need to change both of these fractions so that they have a denominator of 28 without, I repeat, without changing their values. Going back to my Team Shake app, sponsor me, I'd like millions of dollars. Gunner, how do I get from 1/4 to something over 28 without changing the value?
Times 7.
Good. I have to multiply 4 times 7 equals 28. Whatever I do to the denominator, I must also do to the numerator. So Gunner, what is my numerator?
7.
7. And boom, Shina. How do I get from 7 to 28?
Times 4.
Multiply by 4. Whatever I do to the denominator, so 7 times 4 is 28. What's 1 times 4, Shina?
4.
4. And boom, Alec. What is my difference?
They were nice, you know? Okay. It is 328.
3/28.
Good job, Alex.
And Tatum, what is the greatest common factor for 3 and 28? 1. Since the greatest common factor is 1, you cannot, I repeat, cannot simplify that fraction. It's already in lowest terms. So the difference between 1/4 and 1/7 is 3/28. Questions? No. Boom! Shakalaka! Peace out! God bless! Love ya!
Subscribe!
Do something kind. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to my really good friend, Robots from Neptune.
And sponsor us.
if you want to sponsor me, I would love millions of dollars. Love y'all.